Now, is a PhD becoming useless in Kenya? Now, there's a story that is doing rounds. There's a lady who pursued PhD. Imagine pursuing undergraduate, master's, and finally PhD. She took more than 8 years in class. After graduating, she came out and started looking for employment. The only job she could get is a part-time lecturer, where she was paid less than 60,000 per month. She did the work for more than 5 years. She was not even employed permanently. She decided to enroll for a diploma in nursing at KMTC. Imagine a diploma from PhD, so that she can get a job as a nurse. This is what is happening to most PhD holders in Kenya. Actually, there are so many thousands of PhD holders without jobs. Majority of them, after completing, they end up becoming part-time lecturers, earning 40,000, 50,000 per month after spending more than 10 years in college. I have met so many of them who are jobless because now the education sector is flooded. Most of our universities are broke. They cannot afford to pay part-time lecturers. And as you know, universities nowadays don't get enough students for self-sponsored program. So there is a crisis when it comes to PhD studies. And it seems that if you're not going to get a job outside the country, here in Kenya, it will become impossible for you to be recognized and to get employment. Nowadays, it's not like 20 years ago where we respected people with PhD, because it was very difficult to get a PhD during those times. Resources were not available. Chat GPT was not available to help you navigate through. Nowadays, it's very easy to get a PhD. Now, if you go to the village and tell people that you have a PhD, you'll find that nobody's scared. In fact, in the village, they even worship politicians. But if you don't have money as a PhD holder, then you don't have any value for that community. Even your own parent cannot respect you if you don't have money. In Kenya, what matters is your money. Now, as a PhD holder, or if you're pursuing PhD, know that outside here, what matters is money. That's why this person, this lady, ended up pursuing a diploma from KMTC instead of pursuing her dreams with a PhD. And even with a nursing degree or nursing diploma, it's very easy to get a job outside the country because that's a respected profession. She will finish the diploma, apply, go to Europe, and become a nurse. But with a PhD, it's very difficult to get a job outside. That's why she enrolled for that course. And even in Kenya, it is very easy to get a job with a nursing diploma than a PhD. So when you're going to do a PhD in Kenya, think twice. It's better to go abroad, especially in Europe, and get a PhD there and secure employment than doing a PhD in Kenya. And it's even better, instead of wasting time and money pursue a PhD, it's better you start a business with that money, because getting a PhD requires something like 400,000 to 1 million shillings. 1 million shilling can help you start a business that can generate more than 50,000 shillings per month. Instead of finishing after 8 years, you come outside and become jobless. So what I'm thinking is that people don't value PhD the way they used to value the paper around 20 years ago. And there are even courses, undergraduate courses, even diploma courses, which are more marketable than a PhD. You can go and pursue even medicine and surgery. You can go and pursue pharmacy, pursue nursing. Even piloting is even better than PhD. Even computer-related courses, software engineering, computer engineering, those ones are even better than a PhD in Kenya. So it seems a PhD is becoming very useless. Even if you're employed with it, you cannot be paid 1,500,000. The only salary you can get is just 80,000, 70,000. And it has reached a time where people even hide their PhDs for them to get employed. Because when you go with a PhD and you don't possess any professional experience or practical experience, then they say you are overqualified and they put you aside. They give someone with less qualification but with a lot of experience. So PhD is not as valuable as it used to be. So instead of struggling to pursue a PhD, just enroll for nursing, pharmacy, medicine, piloting, those courses which are more marketable and can help you secure employment as faster as possible.